I was bored, so I thought I'd do a video and show you how I go about starting layout for whatever. It could be a kitchen, could be a closet, whatever room that you're going to do. So a lot of this I went through with you yesterday, but so start off with escape line, draw out my floor plan. Might be 122 and might be 191 this way. Might be a hallway that goes down here. So and this wall might be 98 and a quarter. And then this is my hallway. So let's say this is the kitchen right here. I want to draw the wall thickness, so I'll go and highlight all this. I'll make my wall thickness 4.5 inches. Sorry, I'll highlight all this, I'll join it all together, and then I'll offset 4.5 inches. So now I've got my wall thickness, and then I'll immediately go and explode it so I can work on each wall individually. So in this wall over here, maybe 3.5 inches off, I might have a doorway, and it's 36 inches outside of casing, Now if you notice, that's not showing it in the wall space. So I'll highlight that and I'll go EX and I'll extend, okay? And then I'll highlight the inside of the wall and I'll hit TR for trim and I'll wipe it out. So now there's my door, and if I want to, I can actually highlight those, trim it again, and then make my opening. If I want to show a door to whoever's there, you can get real specific and show the thickness, or I'll just draw something that looks like the thickness of the door. I'll highlight it, and then I'll hit RO for rotate, and then and then I will swing it around, okay, like that. And then I'll go to the arc command, and I'll go here, here, and here, and I'll draw to show the door swing. Now let's say maybe on this side I have a window that's 38 inches wide. The other thing I can do is I can take these things, I can highlight them both, and I can just move them up there, highlight the bottom of the wall, TR, and cut them off or trim them off there. And then I want to show that it's a window, so I'll go ahead and put a line down the middle, and that looks like a window, right? Now I want to show 2-wall kitchen, so I'll come over here, I'll do 24 inches. I don't ever draw in, or not ever, but I typically don't ever draw in a countertop of 25. I just go the width of the cabinets. I go 24. I'll want to see, maybe give myself 8-inch space off of the side of the door, maybe for light switches or whatever. I'll fillet those. I'll come back, I'll delete that line. Inside corner, actually I'm going to leave those lines there because I might want to use them. So now I might want to draw in for a Lazy Susan, so I'll offset off the 24 for 36 in both directions, highlight both of these things, hit TR for trim, I'll trim them off, and now maybe I will come and trim these because I don't need them anymore. So I have a 36-inch Lazy Susan, and then maybe I want to have an 18-inch cabinet for garbage, and then I want to have a 36-inch sink base. Okay, now I notice that my window isn't centered over the sink. So what I'll do is I'll want to move the window and have it centered. And the way that I do this, I'll draw a line here just because it's faster. And I'll find the center point, which is that little green arrow. And I'll draw a line for my center. Now I'll come and highlight this window. And I'm going to move it over. So I'm going to wait till it snaps on the center. You see the little triangle? I'm going to drag that over to the center line of the sink. Okay, and then I go back and I delete that. And I delete that, and now it's gone. Now alongside the sink, I need 24-inch dishwasher, which I always put on the right-hand side, and this last cabinet will be a draw base. Now if we come over here, I might want the stove centered in this wall. Maybe of cabinets instead of the actual wall. So I'll use my cursor, I'll find the center mark, which is a little green triangle. I'll come over and I'll draw in a 30-inch stove. Right? I'll get rid of the center line. And then just to show that it looks like a stove, I'll get my rectangle command and I'll draw a rectangle that pushes it out a little bit. And then I highlight that, I hit TR for trim, I get rid of that line, and then maybe I want to get fancy and show. So I'll go get the circle command and I'll get and draw in some burners. Instead of drawing them 4 times, I'll draw 2. I'll hit MI for middle. Again, I'll find my center point with the little triangle, okay, and I'll draw them over that way. If I don't like the fact that the small one's in the back and the big one's in the middle there, then what I can do is also do the MI again out here, right? Hit enter. I can delete those. And then I could just slide these things back in. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on the actual location of them because it's really just a visual on there. Now I've got, I'll do the same thing for the sink. I'll just draw in here roughly something that looks like a sink. If I really want to get fancy, I'll draw some holes for a faucet. I'll come over and I'll find the center point, which is the little green triangle, and I'll go up and just visually, again, no one's going to be measuring this, I'll draw in a hole for the faucet. And then if I want to show that it's a sink, I can go to line command, I can draw these crisscross, I can come over back to the circle, I can do a 4-inch drain. So I start the circle, I go out in whatever direction, up or to the side, I type in a 2, hit enter, now I've got a 4-inch drain. Now I highlight that, I hit TR, I trim it out, right? And because I don't want this to be a big visual in the drawing, I highlight all of it and I come up to my layer and I make it a gray so that it doesn't really stand out. And maybe I decide I want to do that with my burners too. I don't want them to stand out that much. It's just so that whoever's looking at it knows it's a stove. And then over where the dishwasher is, I'll come over, I'll click on my text, make a text box, and select the center here. I'll type in DW for that. I keep it towards the front because I'm probably going to have some wall cabinets that I'm going to show that are going to be 13-inch off the wall.